a little glitch there. I had the navigation on, and the navigation was interfering with the live stream. So hope you haven't come and left already. Hang in there. It's a new week. Hope everyone's doing well. And thought I'd push out this video today because, you know, a lot of people ask me why I do this. Why did I start a channel? You know, why am I mixing it up in the rideshare world? Why am I banging heads and clashing with the companies sometime? And the answer is actually not difficult. It's pretty simple. And that is, if you build a following on YouTube, which it's pretty easy to do. I explain it in great detail on Gig Rocket. You can make a ton of friends, and you can literally change some people's lives. You're not going to change every person's life, because ultimately it's up to you to change things, right? I can't change you. I can maybe give you tools and say, hey, here's some additional tools for your tool set, but I cannot change you. Only you can change yourself, right? And if you feel stuck, this channel's pretty good for that, because you know, we communicate and we find a way forward. There's a lot of people share this frustration with me, that they feel stuck. Might feel stuck in UberX, and you're seeing the earnings dwindling and dwindling and dwindling, right? And then, you know, we can go back and forth and discuss and talk in live streams and email and text and find a strategy forward. And there's nothing more rewarding when somebody comes back to you and says, you know what, I implemented those changes. I used a couple of tools from your tool set. I made the changes and I'm positively surprised. I'm happy. And the only information that I give is just generally based on past experience. You know, what did I go through? What changes did I see? How much did my studies in business, economics in Europe and here, as well as masters in psychology, how much did that help me? And if anything, from what I've learned in the past, what can I pass on to others, right? Like what can I do for others? And I think that's an important thing in life. It's not just about take, right? It's not a sort of like a one-directional energy. It's truly, what it boils down to is like, if you've received these gifts, if you've been rather blessed, because not every person has been maybe blessed with an education. You know, some people are just trying to stay above the poverty line and can't offer the kid an education. But if you've gone that route and you've learned, and sometimes you've succeeded, what can you take from all those historic moments from the past and pass it on to others, right? And that's why I really enjoy this channel so much, because you meet fantastic people from all around the globe. You know, made friends in Nairobi, Kenya, made friends in Australia, made friends in Vegas, made friends in New York, made friends in Florida, everywhere, right? Made friends, communicate with hundreds and hundreds of people, at least 300 times a day. And, you know, it takes up a lot of time and energy, but I tell you what, it's worth it, right? And when you get messages, and we've been getting several of these messages lately in the last few days, hey, thank you, I've been reactivated. Now that puts a massive smile on my face, because somewhere along the line, the company gave you the middle finger, and the company sided with the rider and said to you, sorry, buddy, you deactivate, right? And many people just don't know what to do. So the reason why I'm wearing the gig rocket energy went into forming this educational channel, and I'm super proud to announce that some top people of the delivery business are coming on board with their courses. Harry Campbell, the Rideshare guy, is coming with his courses, and we're going to grow it and grow it and grow it and educate and educate and educate. That's really what Gig Rocket is all about, right? Educating people, boosting their performance, helping them take the next step, helping you if you feel stuck. And I'm here. I'm a text message and email away. I get back to everyone. If I can't get back to you right there and then, I usually call in the afternoon when I'm stopped driving. I don't generally communicate with people that text me or call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Understand the fact that I am on the West Coast in California, so sometimes people reach out to me at 3 or 4 a.m. But maybe they don't know that I'm on the West Coast. But it's a good feeling to receive these messages that people have been reactive. Our method, and it's not just my method, it's our method, is tried and tested. And sometimes we just unfortunately have to pound them a little harder to get you back behind the steering wheel, right? Now, I do want to share with you, some people say, well, all fine and good, you make all these videos, but you're really not making a difference, or you're really not, connecting with the people that run these companies. Well, I have news for you, not with a big guy, a lot of people know the name, just want to respect the fact and not throw his name out here on the channel, from Silicon Valley. And he goes, I came across your videos. He asked me a favor. I said, yep, absolutely. Nothing against the guy. He's a very, very smart individual that I respect. But when people tell me the top dogs don't get the information or don't listen, I have to correct you, because when reporters call you and take your story or want your opinion, when Silicon Valley executives, CEOs call you, then I must be doing something right on my channel. Now, the one thing I will not tolerate, right, and I had to deal with an individual the other day, because I'm not going to waste much time on this. I just get attorneys involved. If you feel like you want to slander my name, I'm just trying to help drivers succeed, right, or get reactivated. But when I see people that have been on YouTube for 10 years and they have 74 subscribers in 10 years, and all they can do is rip off videos and trash other people that are trying to help, I'll come after you big time with the legal hammer. So, and I've done it in the past. I'm never shy to spend some money on good attorneys and teach some people a good lesson, right? Because they think that they can just go and tarnish your name, slander you, defame you. That's when you bring out the animal in me. And I play a very, very, very dirty game, So I think this individual, and I'm not even going to give him the energy on this channel because he certainly doesn't deserve it. But you are lucky. You are lucky you pulled all those videos down, right? Because what you did there was clearly try and tarnish a channel that I've put a lot of work into and a lot of help into. And I won't allow that. I won't stand for that. And when my attorney looked at the video that the guy made and the title that he chose, he said, I hope this guy has got money, right? But I don't know, with 10 subscribers with 10 years and 74 subscribers, I don't think I can collect much money there. So good for you that you took it down. You know exactly who you are, and God forbid that I bump into you. because you're on my shit list. Anyway, that being said, let's move into the positive realm, and let's keep it positive. And I'm just going to keep on doing what I do well, and that is expose these companies, right? Expose these executives, these CEOs, and hold them accountable. Use evidence. There's a ton of evidence. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of great information out there to hold these companies accountable. And another thing, and they really teach you this in sales, right? Because a good salesman will close any deal if you listen. If you listen to what the customer or your client or potential partner or business partner, if you listen to what they want, you can conclude the sale. You can do the full 360 and make them happy and create win-win situations, right? But when drivers and delivery people share their stories and their frustrations and their upsets and their successes, it's not often that these companies listen, right? And listening, Ali's in the house, greetings, I'm driving up to Santa Barbara. It's not often that these companies listen to what their workforce or their independent contractors really want, what they're really sharing with the company through social media. Now, either they're pretending, that they listened, or they're pretty much just flat out ignoring what the workers are telling them. But there's two things that we're going to keep on fighting for. And you ask me, why do I mix it up on YouTube? Why do I do this? Right? I hardly do any rideshare trips anymore for Uber and Lyft. I've tried out every single category. I've driven on every single platform, driven in multiple cars. And as I saw the money, the earnings dwindling and dwindling and dwindling, as I saw what these companies are doing to essential workers, I said, I better invest my time and energy somewhere else. And that is maybe be an advocate for drivers. And I make more than enough money with leasing out vehicles. I make more than enough money driving private clients, networking and forming relationship with these individuals, right? You earn really, really good money on YouTube from the advertising. You get a lot of money from your sponsors. So, I will focus there on the places that bring you greatest. I get rewarded with feedback from drivers saying, hey, you know what? Thank you for fighting for me. Thank you for standing up for me. Thank you for pounding the legal department. I'm back in the driver wheel. And that to me is a reward, right? That you are giving me. That is a success in my books. And it's worth more than any SUV trip I can do on Uber or Lyft. And by the way, when you read the headlines with all the craziness, all the stories, the carjackings, the stabbings, and the murdering, listen, I have a family of 5 kids and I have a wife, and I intend to be around, for another 40, 50 years. That's not how I'm going to go out. And it's part of my channel, which really saddens me, is that I have to report on these type of stories. Junkyard mechanics in the house. I want to learn how to lease out a Toyota Prius. Now I'm going to tell you something about the Toyota Priuses. You can pick them up so dirt cheap at dealer auctions. Anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000 for Priuses, used Priuses. Thomas Gibson in the house. San Diego Rideshare Pro speaking out on behalf of rideshare drivers. Keep up the good work. Much love to you. Much love to San Diego. I always appreciate Thomas. He's a true friend and very successful. You know, Thomas is a 6-figure guy. He doesn't mess around. He grinds it. He works. He knows the drill. Subscribe to his channel. He's there. He just introduced himself there briefly. But you know, there's a lot you can do when you run a YouTube channel, and there's a lot of people like Thomas, for example, and many others that you meet along the way, right? And it's pretty cool when you fly or travel to a city and you can get together with a couple of individuals. Amy said, we need you on our side. Well, you guys clearly know which side I'm on, right? And that should never, ever be doubted. I am not a sellout, and I don't take any monies from Uber or Lyft. I don't go batting for them, quite the opposite. I club that direction, right? And you guys know where my loyalties lie, right? The loyalties lie with the gig workers. And that's not just Uber and Lyft, but you know, any gig company out there, you know, any hardworking gig worker, whether you're on DoorDash or whether you're on Instacart or Amazon Flex or Uber or Lyft or Postmates, Grubhub, whatever platform you're on, and if you have a story, if you have been wronged by these companies, if you have evidence, if you have dash cam footage, talk to me, right? I'm literally an email or a text message away. And I get a lot of good links and stories from drivers every single day. And a lot of that material that they share with me makes its way onto this channel, right? So when you create a story, when you create a video and it gets circulated, you guys saw that Snoop Dogg story. I mean, that went viral, right? And now it's backfiring on Snoop Dogg, right? So social media works, you know. Sometimes you fire missiles in that direction and the missiles come straight back at you. That's social media. So you got to be prepared to brawl in social media. You got to be prepared to dish it out, and you got to be prepared to take it, right? But you don't have to take it in form of slander or defamation when people are sharing false facts. Well, there's no such thing as false facts, false information, sorry. So let's keep it factual, let's keep it to the facts, and let's stop sharing false information, right? It's good that people share their earnings, you know. It's good that if you've had a great week in a specific city and you can show the people, hey, there's still money to be made, it's good to share that information. But at the same time, you also got to be real, right? You got to show what other cities are making, what other drivers are making on specific platforms. And I can tell you that from the amount of emails and messages I get every day, is that the majority of the cities have been cut back big time. And your earnings have been cut back big time. And riders' fares have increased big time, right? And you know, that's our moment to step up, whether we want to strike, protest, fire back on social media, that's up to you, right? So I enjoy doing it. I'm definitely not afraid of these bigwigs, and because of a few things that I did say in my video, you know, interestingly enough, I get a call from Silicon Valley from a top boy, right? Top guy, who wants to talk to me. And I'm like, absolutely. So YouTube works. That's all I got to say. I felt pretty cool about the fact that I found out that YouTube actually works, right? And I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna keep on going, keep on pushing the messages, be relentless, and along the way, if we can pick up a victory here, a victory there, an improvement here, more safety there, great, job done, right? And keep those links, keep those suggestions, keep the info, keep the dash cam videos, keep them coming. Just keep them coming, so that you guys give me a ton of information and ammunition to work with, because that's what I thrive on. We've got 20 people in the house. If you could just give a thumbs up. Hopefully you're able to drive. And, you know, so I heard that the East Coast was pounded pretty badly, especially up there in Boston and Massachusetts. You guys had some pretty bad storms. I hope everyone is safe up there. I hope everyone's back on the road, that they're clearing out the roads for you and you can go back and make money. Because it must be rather frustrating when you want to work on a Friday or Saturday night and you can't because there's feet of snow on the ground. Now, don't really have that problem here in LA. You know, it's another beautiful day. It's 65 today. It was over 70 yesterday. And if you have anything to teach the gig world, if you have a course, bring it. We'll host it on Gig Rocket, right? We'll promote you on Gig Rocket. So, beautiful day driving up north. Let me just show you briefly what the view looks like in the other direction. Let's see, is there a reverse screen here? Yes, there is. So this is pretty much what it looks like. Blue skies in Cali, and we're traveling northbound on the 101. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. And please do bring me your stories. William says 9:14 of snow, wow, in Cleveland area tomorrow and Thursday, big storm. And you're being pounded pretty hard there. That's a lot of snow. I occasionally love, weather seems to be beautiful. Yeah, the weather's great here. Weather's fantastic. I'm not a big snow guy. I can't survive in a city or neighborhood that has a lot of snow. I'll visit it for a short while. Kids have fun. But I'm an ocean. I've been an ocean and sunshine guy all my life. Not the greatest fan of snow. One of the reasons why I left Europe was because of the snow and because of the rain and because of the cold weather. Although I enjoy the countries very, very much, I do make big decisions based on the weather. Probably one of the best weather patterns that I could find was out here in California, which is not cheap. North Cali is a beautiful day as well. Thank you for sharing. You know, do let us know what the weather is like on your side of the country. I'm sure areas like Phoenix and Vegas are beautiful as well today. But looks like the East Coast is being pounded with cold weather. Yeah, so working on my classics, as I mentioned. Got myself a nice American muscle car, Pontiac Firebird, working on that. Always have to have projects, keep myself busy, right? Also working on 1956 truck, an F100. It's going to be a beauty. Probably going to turn that into a model because it's going to turn some heads. 37, wow. 37 will chase me with that weather. But yeah, thank you to the driver who sent me the nice message, and told me that he was reactivated today and that the company reached out to him and acknowledged, you know, and now he's back behind the wheel. That's great. So as long as we can keep those success stories coming, I see those as victories, big victories. Keystone in the house, 46 here, Northern Virginia, 46. I guess 46 is better than 15 or 10. It's making 2K a week in July, now barely 1,000. That's a 50% decrease. Are you putting in the same hours, same vehicle, same platform, same city, and you're making $1,000 less? Wow. Wow. That's a massive reduction there. How do you feel about that? I'm sure pretty frustrated, right? So like, how do you make 2K then? Well, you're going to do double the time. So if somebody's doing 30 hours, they have to now drive 60 hours to make what they did in July. It's scary. See, that's why I make this channel, because that's what I like fighting for, right? Bring us back to those days. Just treat us fairly, right? Pay us fairly, keep us safe while we're working for your company. Please do keep us safe. Don't get riffraff riders or passengers in our vehicles. You know, don't bring out the Snoop Dogs who scream and perform on social media and think that they can throw their celebrity status around, right? But you know, keep us safe, treat us well, pay us well, respect us, give us some rights, give us some health benefits, and we'll gladly work for you as an independent contractor, as long as you always tell us where we're going, what our destination is, what we're going to make, and what tips we're getting in the process. Don't steal the tips. Amazon, DoorDash, Uber, don't steal the tips. Those are our tips. Those were given by the client to us, the driver. And don't put your hands in the cookie jar and take our tips out, right? So, you know, we want to know, where are we going and what are we earning? That's not too much to ask for. And while we're doing that for these companies, bringing in the money, paying those salaries, please keep us safe. Please make sure you have an idea who's in our backseat, right? Because there's a lot of people that should not be in our backseat. People running around with t-shirts here. Wow. Oh, I can turn left here. Cool. And I made good time. Time flies when you're having fun. Hit the like button on the way, guys. And what is it? Tuesday today? I missed the auction. I don't think my wife is too happy that I buy too many cars, so I sort of skipped the auction today. Otherwise, I go into this buying frenzy, right? It's like boys and their toys, you know. Do like cars. It's like one of my weaknesses. I told my wife, you know, loved cars since a teenager. It's one of my weaknesses. And I think if women would understand that maybe their boyfriends or husbands love cars, definitely would be good for the relationship. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate you and everything you contribute, Ali. You leave great feedback. I like that. You've got a very positive attitude. You know, it's 98% of the people in my channel have a really good attitude about life in general. And what I really like about 98% of the people in my channel is that they are not shy to help others, right? To reach out and make a difference. That's those are very special qualities. And again, I'm saying 98% of the people. The other 2%, you're either dealing with jealous characters or naysayers or negative people or trolling people, or people like the guy in Merino Valley who tries to slander or defame you and build his success. I wouldn't call it success, 74 subscribers after 10 years, you know, through trashing. So those are the people, those are the parasites in life. Very simple. You eliminate them, you get rid of them, you don't share your energy with them, right? They don't deserve your time, they don't deserve a minute of your life, right? And let me give you a word of good advice. Take a quiet moment, right? Like I'm doing right now. You take a quiet moment and sort of find a nice, peaceful space. Like, you know, maybe it's a place in your house, maybe it's a place in your garden, maybe it's some little park in your neighborhood. But find a place that makes you happy. Go sit there for a while, right? Close your eyes and just mentally mentally go through the things where you feel uplifted and happy. Visualize them. Could be your kids, could be your wife. And then also spend some time on, and give it a little bit of thought here, on what you feel drags you down, what pulls you down. Could be an individual, could be a family member, could be maybe even a toxic brother or sister, could be your dad, right? And you can either confront them with the truth so you get it out, or you cut them out. And what I do over the years is, when I meet people, when I see people coming with this agenda, that agenda, I always figure out, okay, does this make sense for me? Does it make sense for them? Can we create a win-win situation here? Can we exchange is it a mutual and beneficial positive exchange of energy, or is this just like a one-directional thing where you have a user, a narcissist, someone that just wants to suck the blood out of you, and you know exactly who those characters are. So now it's up to you to get out the scissors, right, or a scalpel, or whatever you call it, or your garden fork, or your garden scissors, and you just cut the umbilical cord. You cut ties with them. If he or she texts me, you know what, I'm not going to respond anymore. When he or she sends me those mean emails, I'm not going to respond anymore. I am absolutely not allowing that individual back into my life. And that, my friends, is very, very sobering and rewarding once you've actually taken that. So once you've actually had the courage to take that step and cut the cord. Someone who just drags you down, someone who belittles you, someone who's constantly bitching and moaning and shitting on your head like a pigeon. Nada, niente, nothing. I don't want anything from you, right? Don't have to respond. Don't have to give any explanation. If you meet them face to face and they say, dude, why are you not calling anymore? Saying, listen, this relationship, this friendship is just not working for anymore. But I wish you well. Have a great journey, a great life, and you won't be hearing from me again. So, and usually these are parasites or people that are feeding off you. They want money, they want this, they want your time. They just think, And I've even had those individuals over the years through the channel. I cut them out, right? They barge into your life and make all these demands. I'm not their assistant. I'm not their personal manager. They're not paying me. And it's all in the tone, how you speak to people, right? It's a two-way street, man. It's not a one-way street where I want this, I want this, I want this, meow, I want this, meow, I want this. Nada. X. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Right? Could be a business partner. Could be a business partner where, I can feel something's wrong. The bank accounts, the numbers are not right. It's taking too much. He's not working. I'm doing all the work. You've got to reassess things, and you do that. Is this business partnership working for me, right? Or am I better off like being on my own? Is this relationship, is this boyfriend or girlfriend thing working for me? Or am I better off being on my own for a while? Maybe I go look for the right business partner. Maybe I go and look for the right girlfriend or boyfriend or life partner, or hopefully future potential wife or husband, right? But right now, whatever the dynamics are, they're not working for me. And you cut the ties. You take the axe, boom! You cut it. My friends, it feels good. It feels good to eliminate, not to clutter people, that cluttering you. People that are sucking from you. It feels good to clear them out of the way. And you can breathe again. And you decide as you step forward, next step, who's coming into my life, who will not be part of my life, who am I willing to try out, who am I willing to give a chance. But sorry, you over there, sorry, you over there, you don't fit into my hemisphere. You don't fit into my universe. Bye-bye. Adios, bloodsucker. Adios, bloodsucker. Adios, parasite. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Karen. So, yeah, it's not difficult. It's just that we just so busy with things, and these people come back into our lives and they suck and they suck and they suck and they take, and they're like vampires. They take, they take. And we are so busy that we don't take the time to make some personal decisions. You have to make those personal decisions. Sometimes they're very, very tough decisions. Could be a family member, and it's a really, really tough one. But you may have to cut ties with your brother or your sister or your dad or your mom, because they are constantly trying to put you down. They're constantly telling you you're not good enough, right? Believe me, I'm telling you, you are good enough. You are the real deal, my friend. Don't let any other body come and shit on your head like a pigeon and say, you're not doing it the right way, you're a failure, you never did anything right. F off, buddy. You're not part of my life anymore. Adios, muchachos. Last time you got my 1 minute of energy, you move on. Tell me how you feel in 6 months or 12 months' time, right? You feel good. You'll feel really, really, really good. So I vibe people out, and sometimes I go after them. I tell you what, I have truly, truly vibed out some of these executives that run these companies that pay you and I, right? And I see through these individuals. I do my research on the history. Where do they come from? What have they done? Where are they going? What are they trying? And very often, that nonsense, that BS that they're trying to pull on people in general, I see it and I just don't stand for it. I speak up, and sometimes you got to go club on social media, right? Sometimes you got to throw the punches on social media, and you got to hold up the mirror to them and say, no, dude. So yesterday, I'll give you an idea. They come out with like, oh, we listened to you, and now we're taking action. And there were like 10 things on this list that they apparently said you guys wanted from the company, right? And Uber crew, oh, these Uber crew members, they listened to you and now we're taking action. Listen, it was a bunch of garbage. It's the same recycled garbage. They're trying to sell you over and over again to try and smoothen things out, to make all the wrongs right. But they've not listened. Never taken the time to listen. There's really a few things that these humans, us, want, right? We want to be respected. We want to be heard. And I would say we want to be heard. And that is, hey, by the way, you paying me poorly. Guy just reports like, July made $2,000. Now I'm making $1,000. I'm not making this up. The guy just reported this in this channel. My friends, that's half the money you were making a few months ago, right? So Jonathan, you got it, dude. Flex, show the muscle. Don't take that crap. You guys have such powerful tools at your disposal, right? You can create 3 Twitter accounts today. You can create 3 Facebook accounts today. You can create 1 YouTube channel. You have all the power in the world. You have an email, you have a name, you have an identity, you have a brand. You have so much power. Jonathan went like this, yeah, power. Use it. Flex it, right? Always remain real. Use that power. It's not like, oh, I have no power, nobody listens to me. No, I will guarantee you, if you step into your power, if you get your little tool set out, right? If you go and watch a few videos and say, oh, I could try that out, or I could set that up. Why don't you just go and do this exercise for one day? Just like step into your power. What tools do I have that are made available to me? They don't cost anything. Just set up a Facebook account, a YouTube account, a Twitter account. It doesn't cost you a cent. I tell you what it costs you, like maybe 10 minutes of your time. and then you step into your true power. Use it. See, for you'll be amazed when what you have to say. Other people are listening. Oh wow. Oh, that guy made sense. Oh wow, he shared that video, or he said that. Wow, I can relate to that. I want to form an alliance. I want to follow him. I want to like his video. You don't think that, like, I look at all these videos every day. I look at Harry's videos, Dustin's videos, everyone's videos. I'll like that, or I'll leave a comment, or if I don't quite agree with someone, maybe I leave my 25 cents of feedback. But you have your goddamn given right to step into your energy, to be part of this social media universe, and then leave your comments, right? Or even better, create your comments, create your own direction, create your followers, right? So once you step into that arena, wow, once you start changing things, once you start, or once you're able to influence and actually help people, amen. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. I can tell you that. It's a beautiful feeling, right? Knowing that I've probably saved 3 to 4 suicides because of my channel. Genuinely, where the family contacted me and said, this person wanted to kill himself and didn't kill himself because you gave him hope. And I spoke to him, and you lift them up, and you talk to them, and you just say, hey, I've never met you in person. I'm there for you. Just like when we hear that the lady lost her husband, right? And she has to bury her husband, who's a driver. Guess who steps up? We do. We there for you, lady. Reach out to us. Share your GoFundMe page with us. We'll try and help you. Even if it means $2 there, $5 there, $20 there, $100 there. We always step up, right? Our energy, our commitment, I can tell you what, 98% of the times it's pure, it's real, right? Versus when you're dealing with other people that have agendas, or use you, or pay money to create hamster wheels to keep you in these hamster wheels, and you know that they're flat out lying to you, and they flat out using you, and they flat out underpaying you, and they flat out not keeping you safe, right? So you have a lot of power to call out of these individuals. You have a lot of power to align yourself with. That's extremely, extremely powerful. When you have the ability to make big decisions on a daily basis, and don't have others like make the decisions for you. You will do that, you do what I tell you. You know that line? So Ultra Testosterone says Uber is not worth it, bro. And gas prices are too high for Uber. So, and Ultra Testosterone, I'm not judging Ultra Testosterone. If he says it is not worth it for me, Ultra Testosterone, that's who I'm talking to, then it is clearly not worth it for him, right? Because what he's doing is taking into consideration his car, his gas prices, what they're paying. And those are the tough decisions that you have to make. Do I exit Uber? Do I exit Lyft? Do I stop doing Uber Eats deliveries? Because maybe it's not making any sense anymore, right? CENTS and SENSE, sense and sense. It's not making any sense, and it's not making any sense. And it's not like at that point you have to dig yourself a hole. Life is not over, right? Life is definitely not over, Ultra Testosterone. That's when you tap into your testosterone and you change directions. Because guess what? We like chameleons, man. We're like chameleons. We can adapt in crazy fashions, you and I. We can adapt. You throw us this, we'll duck. We'll go in that direction. Right? So, yeah, absolutely right. He says, how can I afford to work with 55 cents a mile? And if that money doesn't work for you, and if that math doesn't pay your bills, you move on. You move on to the next big thing. Or you go out and do something that you really, really enjoy, and you start your own channel, or you start your own LLC, or you go and do your private chauffeur license, or you pay for your TCP. Let's see, what does Joey say? I'm able to do Uber Comfort for 63 cents a mile. Okay. Then Blue said Snoop Dogg was acting like a Lyft rider. You know, the first video that I watched when I heard about the Snoop video, had a little bit of a laugh because there he is raging on Instagram. But you know, the very next day when all the details were in, when all the facts were in, that the driver was actually there, and the driver actually made several attempts to communicate with him, and the driver actually texted him, and the driver actually had the right to cancel after 8 minutes, and the rider said, you know, I've been here for 8 minutes and I don't feel safe. The guy or the girl, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, did it by the book, did everything the right way. So having listened to both sides of the story, I would say Snoop Dogg owes that driver a massive apology. It's easy to apologize, right? Hey, I screwed up, I effed up, I apologize. And if you've got the money, Snoop, you know, maybe make it up with a $1,500 tip, right? Make that driver feel good about himself or herself. You know, $1,500. Hey, you know what? I screwed up. Shouldn't have said these things. Shouldn't have exposed your name on media. Shouldn't have exposed your address on social media. $1,500 here to make it up to you. I'm sure that person would appreciate that, and I'm sure that gesture would make a huge difference. Snoop Dogg. And by the way, mega talented musician. Don't get me wrong. Love the guy's music, but I certainly did not agree with the way he treated that driver. And what I really, really liked, you know, is how the gig workers came together and rallied around that driver once they knew the facts, right? Once they knew that driver did nothing wrong. Once they could see that Snoop Dogg was truly throwing a tantrum, they rallied around the driver and they called him out. You got to read some of those messages, right? So that unfortunately, that backfired on his media team. That backfired on his brand, Snoop Dogg brand, big time. And I still don't know how the company acted. Did the company deactivate this Uber Eats driver, or did the company admit that the driver did everything by the book and that Snoop Dogg was wrong? I hope that driver is still driving. I hope they didn't can him. I hope they didn't deactivate him, because if they did deactivate him or her, then Uber made a big mistake. We'll hear about it, and then we'll hold them responsible. We'll go after them. So I got to rock and roll now. I let Krupp know. Cool. The other guy that came out, another vocal rapper, was 2 Chainz. And I've been to both. I've been to Snoop's concert, and I've been to 2 Chainz concert with my kids. Both fantastic musicians. But, you know, in his case, he said that the driver wanted to throw out his wife and kids in the snow. So I don't know all the details. I want to hear them first. If that's true, that's not very cool. You're just going to dump kids and this wife out in the snow. But let's listen to the entire story. On your way back to Philly, well, be safe. Be safe in Philly on your way back to Philly. Be safe out there. It's, what is it now? I mean, it's about 1:45 here in LA. I'm a little bit up north towards Santa Barbara. Have a couple of meetings, and I'm going to shoot back. And the reason why I wanted to make the video is that, you know, get a lot of people like, well, hey, why do you run a YouTube channel? Why are you still involved with Rideshare? Well, I've given you 50 answers why I'm still doing this, why it motivates me, right? And the ability to connect and form these relationships and make money while you're having fun. Pretty cool, I think. So yeah, let me know. Let me know if there's a tool set or tools that you need in your tool set right? We can address it. Hey, I'm having an issue here. How do I deal with this person? How do I do this? How do I deal with this deactivation? Sharing is caring. There's a lot we can do, my friends. There's a lot we can do. It's a Tuesday. Hopefully you're making money. I'm sending everybody good vibes. Lots of love and respect for you guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being part of the channel. Appreciate your feedback. Appreciate your words. And stay on board. We're going to have a lot of fun, my friends. We're going to have a lot of fun in 2022. 2022 is going to be a good year. We're going to rock and roll. Big time. Big time. As I'm saying this, I look in the rear view mirror, and it looks like some homeless dude just emerged behind the car. It was like passed out behind the car. I had no idea it was behind my vehicle. So yeah, keep it coming, keep it real, stick to the facts, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, my friend. Keystone, I just did. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Very cool. I don't know why I didn't retract that message, but YouTube retracted it. Sometimes YouTube bans some of the messages. They just erase them. I don't have any power. Ready for me? Time for me to rock and roll. Guys and girls, let me just say this. Let me just end this video on this positive, uplifting note. And that is, I appreciate you being part of this channel. And there's truly so much we can do together, right? So let's just keep on plowing. Let's keep on moving forward in the right direction. Don't let anything pull you down, drag you back. Stick to your goals. Be like Thomas Gibson, goal orientated, ambitious. You just go for it, man. You just go forward. What do you have to lose, right? If you fail here and there, big deal. Get back up. Keep on marching. Keep on going back up the ladder. Fall down the ladder. Get back up, go back up the ladder. Nothing, my friends, is going to keep you down. So I got to put on the mask here. I hope Snoop steps up and tips. I hope I challenged Snoop in my last video to throw $1,500 down. Snoop, make it right. The dog, Snoop Dogg, $1,500. Little apology. Hey, sorry for calling you out. Sorry for what I said. Here's $1,100. He's not a cheap man. He's not a cheap ass. He's got the money. He's classy. He always dresses well. All these Corona ads, they pay him a fortune. He makes a fortune. He's got Snoop hot dog. He's got Snoop wine, Snoop marijuana, Snoop this, Snoop that, concerts. He makes a lot of money. So I'm sure that he can dig into his bag and pull out $1,100 notes and say, listen, I'm making it up to you. I'm making it up to you. Which is interesting. Somebody just said rich people don't tip. And to an extent, you're right. I've seen sort of like the complete opposites. I've seen like ultra rich people not tip at all. Or I've seen ultra rich people like tip crazy high, like $800. You know what I mean? Like Dwayne Wade, I drove him like for 4.5 hours, him and his family. Well, Uber SUV, that paid me that. That was good money. And then, hey, here's another $800. Like, so some people have it and they're willing to give it. Some people have it and they want to make more and they don't share. Right, so I just hope that Snoop Dogg doesn't fall into that category. But regardless, be safe, everyone. Ali says he's rich by his heart. If he would never treat the drivers. Yeah, I'm sure Snoop has a good heart. I'm not putting him down. I think it was just a moment where he felt very hungry. They call it like if you angry and you're hungry, what is it called? Hangry. And he just let a few vicious words fly, and they ultimately backfired. I'm sure deep down he's got great heart. My friends, peace, be safe out there. Much love and respect. I will be catching you soon. I'm out of here. Thank you.